Hello and welcome to the video. Yes, as the title suggests, I have some gripes with this Honda NC750X, the 2025 model, and I shall explain why in this video. So I've had my NC750X for about 4 months now, covered 1,300 miles. Before I laid my money down to buy this motorcycle, yes, I did demo it, but it was only a short demo and it was wet. But immediately I did fall in love with DCT and the comfort of the motorcycle. So by this time I'd already fell in love with the bike. We looked at all the documents and all the paperwork. I was then informed of a comfort seat and adjustable screen that was already on the motorcycle that I demoed. The salesperson did say to me, you can take out a bike without the comfort seat on to see how you think. But it was raining and I thought, you know what, sod it, I'll just buy it, hoping that the stock seat is fine, because I didn't want to spend 350 quid for a comfort seat straight away. So it turns out when I got the bike, took it out for a ride, it was fine. Short rides are absolutely fine. It wasn't until I was out for a couple of hours I couldn't wait to get off the bike. I was getting pins and needles in my hands. The seat was so hard and uncomfortable. It just wasn't very fun to ride. So basically the bike I had in stock form was not the bike I demoed. I needed a different screen and I needed a comfort seat immediately. So I brought a comfort seat, but I didn't want to spend £325 on the genuine adjustable windshield. But after paying all that money, $8,400, should you have to buy a new screen? Should you have to buy a comfort seat? No, you shouldn't. I don't think you should. And I just think this has left a bad taste in my mouth of buying new motorcycles. They've just got a name for themselves now, and they're just cutting back costs. The prices are going up for the base models, and they're just stripping down the basics. The reason why the stock seat on this 2025 Honda NC is so bad is because it's got recycled materials in it. So you're getting recycled materials, which is good for the environment, but is it good if you're taking it off, putting it in your loft, and then buying another seat? That is not good. That is false economy, in my opinion. So the comfort is not there on this motorcycle in stock form. The next thing I'm going to move on to is the DCT. I've never owned a bike with DCT on it before. I demoed the bike, like I say, in the wet, didn't really get a chance to use the gearbox. It was fine, it was nice, twist and go, and I was loving it. However, as you get to use this bike more and more, and you're riding it around town, and going around roundabout, slow speed, it's not great. It just doesn't know what gear to be in. You have to retrain your brain. You have to feather the throttle rather than the clutch. Sometimes you'll pull out round a roundabout and it will start changing gear and you'll lose momentum. And the bike kind of gets a bit upset, like the wheels are made out of a 50p piece, like off centre. It doesn't feel that confidence inspiring. You really do have to retrain your brain when it comes to DCT. First of all, I was sold on it, but I'll be honest with you, I'll never buy another motorcycle that has DCT. I do miss the fun of changing gear. I think obviously if you have arthritis, you have medical issues, etc., then yes, this is a fantastic way to keep you riding. If you can't ride because you have weak wrists or any of the above, you know, it's fantastic. But if you are perfectly fine and fit, to be honest, do you really need it? It's more of a chore. So in my opinion, I would never buy a DCT unless I really have to. You can hear the gears just clonking around. Like, I'll put a video in now and I'll show you what it's like when it's changing gear. I'm just being honest with you. I understand I probably will get a bit of hate for this video, but So if you're still tuned, then well done. You have listened to my absolute and utter rambling. So I'm going to get onto the geometry of this bike as well now. That's an issue for me because it's 800mm heat sight, 800mm seat height. The previous model that I owned and loved dearly was a 2020 model, and it was 830 seat height. And I think that is the sweet spot for this size of motorcycle. I think the seat height is too low. It's too cramped, uncomfortable. I had to buy adjustable pegs so I had more room. I don't know what they've done, but they've dropped the suspension and it's altered the geometry, and it's just not that comfortable. It's really not. Already now I'm getting pins and needles on my hand. It's just the way, I just don't like it. And I think that's down to the vibrations of the DCT. I've been thinking a lot about the vibrations on this bike. You get a lot in the bars. I just think it's because the DCT is chugging a lot. And plus, when you are clutching, you're giving your hand a rest. When you're on DCT, you're just constantly gripping the throttle, not the throttle. You're constantly just gripping the bar. You're not pulling in and working the hand, getting the blood flowing. Same for the throttle hand. You're not letting off to change gear. You know, when you change gear, you let off the throttle, you pull the clutch in. You're not doing none of that. So your hand sort of stays dormant in one position, which is quite uncomfortable. So I'm just putting it down to all that. I'm just not happy. I'm just sharing my experience with you, really. Having owned the 2020 and having that for a couple of years, I didn't have an issue with it, and I've got videos on this channel when I brought the bike, and I still stand by them. I love that bike. This is not it. Yes, that has upgrades. The twin discs are bloody brilliant. The digital dash, the LCD screen is a welcome upgrade. Because the DCT is heavier, it feels like a right lump going into corners, and it does catch you out a bit. Quite a few times I've had a bit of understeer when going around corners. I mean, it's not a race bike, and I wasn't racing it around. I wasn't throwing it around the bends or nothing like that. It just, I don't know, it doesn't feel very smooth flipping it around corners. It feels like you're on edge a little bit. No confidence in it at all. The quality of the welds are nothing like they used to be. You can definitely tell, don't know, the production line, the quality control, I don't know, but the welds just don't look as good. And I will put some videos on the screen now as I'm talking, showing you what I mean. I mean, I've seen better welds on Chinese motorcycles. A lot of people bad mouthing Chinese motorcycles. I ain't being funny, but I think some of them, if not a lot of them, are better quality than some of the Japanese bikes they're pushing out. Jodie completely agrees with me with the issues, although she does prefer the DCT because she hasn't had years of riding a clutch and using a clutch, and I know how to feather a clutch properly. It's very easy for her to retrain her brain to get used to that clutch. But she agrees on the comfort. She's been getting pins and needles. Again, the seat we had to upgrade, the screen as well, the turbulence. She agrees with me on all of that, just apart from the DCT aspect. She does actually like it. So we have come to a mutual agreement. Both of us are on the same level that we're going to sell these, but we don't know what we're going to do. So what a rant I've had today, eh? I bet you didn't expect that one. So this is kind of like an honest video. If you don't see any videos on the channel for a few weeks, months, I don't know, at least you know what's going on, what our thoughts are. We're not just going to be silent. We're not happy with the NCs. Mine's been sold. This is probably sold now, or being sold currently. We don't know what to do yet. We do thank you all for the support. I'm not going to close the channel or nothing like that. I'm not saying I'm quitting, because I love making videos. And we do have a second channel where we've been having a little dabble with hiking, camping, and I've been recreating our older videos where we went camping on our monkeys. Check out Nick and Jodie vlogs, and the link to our channel will be in the description below. It's kind of like a Patreon for the hardcore fans, but it's free. So check it out, get over there, give us some love. So thank you for all the support, all the regular viewers. I know you are, you're always commenting every solid week. We love you for that, thank you so much. And here are the honourable mentions to the people that sent us a coffee a few videos back. Thank you so much for your support. The money has gone back into the channel and we really do appreciate you sending us a coffee. Even people that hasn't sent us a coffee, you watching this video, giving us a comment and a like, always contribute to the success, growth and revenue of the channel. Thank you so much. Right, thank you once again. Me and Jody send you our love. So until then, I've been Nick and Jody has been Jody, and we will catch you on the next video, maybe on our second channel or maybe on this channel, I don't know. So I'll catch you then. Ride safe.